Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we've got big news in the One Piece TCG. That new expansion that we were expecting to get announced did go and get announced, and that means that we need to have a good old chat about Super Electric Breaker. And if anyone's thinking, hang on a second, Wassy, this video is a little bit later in the day than we would generally expect, what's going on? Well, the answer is I've been casting the Disney Lorcana Challenge from Birmingham this weekend, so unfortunately I have been a little bit busy, but I promise you I finished at the event. And I immediately ran back to the hotel to make this video as fast as I could. So it is Super Electric Breaker, it is the set we were expecting, and it is the release date we were expecting, which is October the 18th. Now, that means it is releasing in less than 4 weeks. The Friday just gone marks 4 weeks, which means the full set list is being revealed in less than 3 weeks. 3 weeks minus 2 days is a full set reveal. 4 weeks minus 2 days is the official release date. This set is going to come thick and fast. And you know what? It's going to be kind of fun. So what does that mean for us? Oh, obviously it's going to be part of Surging Sparks. I actually told you, and it wasn't a miraculous prediction, let's be clear, it was an easy prediction, but I told you that the booster pack for this was going to be the same as the Surging Sparks Pikachu booster pack, and of course, that is exactly what we have gone and seen here, as we might expect. So, what do we actually know? Well, we might as well start off with Stella, Tera Pikachu. This is the big card from the set. This is the one that we have all been waiting for. And it is one about which I think we can get rather excited. We knew that it was going to be the poster child of the set. And we knew that that made it quite exciting in its own regard. We didn't actually know what it did. Well, we've got ourselves a basic Pokemon, as you might expect, because it's Pikachu. We've got Lightning Pokemon, we've got 200 HP and a weakness of fighting, and an attack that does 300 damage, which is obviously a huge amount of damage. But first, we've got an ability, and the ability here is good. Tenacious Heart. I've done a translation, but the ability name's as always done by the lovely Antoine Boulet. If this Pokemon has full HP and would be KO'd by an attack, instead of being KO'd, its remaining HP becomes 10 instead. It's not getting one hit KO'd. It's brilliant. It is Machamp from 151. Except Machamp was Flip a Coin. This isn't Flip a Coin. And also this card is good. It is Survival Brace, the A-Spec. Except you don't have to attach at all, and Survival Brace only works if you've got full HP. Yeah, so does this, to be fair. But it's an A-Spec tool. This is awesome. Yes, your opponent absolutely can poke you for a small amount of damage and then go and KO. That is absolutely fine. But they've got to actually go to the effort of doing that, which is not always the easiest thing to do. Here, if they try and get a one-hit KO, they will fail. So the 200 HP is a little bit of a misnomer here. You've actually got a little bit more HP than it might at first appear. This is awesome. And again, you're not getting one-hit KO'd. Just brilliant. Yes, that means you can play around with healing and things of that nature. But we've also got an attack here. Topaz Bolt, 300 damage. Discard free energy. But it is for a grass and a lightning and a metal, which obviously is frankly not ideal. We don't love the attack cost here, but come on, it does 300 damage. Obviously, this is it's going to be awkward to use. And look, we got some options. If you're playing this, you can go for Electric Generator. Obviously, that's a little bit awkward because the way you really take the advantage of Electric Generator is by playing the maximum possible number of lightning energy. And here you can't really do that if you're trying to muck about with other kinds of energy. So that interaction becomes a little bit awkward, I grant you. You've been warned. There we go. But you've got things like, for instance, our lovely, well, our tool. you can go Sparkling Crystal. And Sparkling Crystal means that you will pay 1 less energy for this attack, which makes it a little bit easier to use. Yes, I know it says discard 3 energy, but you know the deal here. This lets you use it for 2 energy, so you'd only be discarding 2 of them. Honestly, one of my favourite things here, and it might be a little bit clunky, but I don't care, I love it, the combination of Glass Trumpet and Blissey. Glass Trumpet attaches 2 energy, well, 1 to each of your bench colourless Pokemon, but it goes any basic energy. But then we've also got Blissey, and if you accelerate onto Blissey, you can move 1 energy per turn per Blissey. I'm just saying, it's got 300 HP to boot, that will work. But wait, there's more. Because, well, this might be a nice time to pivot over to Magnezone. Because, of course, we've seen Magnezone before. Now, this is a new Magnezone. We've not seen this print, but we know that the Shinji Kanda illustration rare is coming in our Elite Trainer box. And that means that we've already seen it. We got the English translation. An Overvolt Discharge says, once during your turn, you may attach up to 3 basic energy from your discard to your Lightning Pokemon in any way you like, and you have to knock it out and give up a prize to do so, but it is 3 basic energy to your Lightning Pokemon. It doesn't say which kind of energy to accelerate here, so yes, you can use this to power up Pikachu in one go, and I think that's kind of where we're going here. I think this is why this got revealed at the same time. The deal here is, you get Pikachu rolling, using this, and then you can maybe use stuff like Blissey and Glass Trumpet and manual attachments, maybe play some energy from Lightning Generator or Electric Generator and all of that. But Magneton gets the first and maybe even the second Pikachu here, but you don't mind giving up the prize because you don't get one-hit KO'd when you're Pikachu. I love this. I'm giving Pikachu a tentative 4 Wassies. I think it's great. Oh, and actually, while we're here, we've seen the full art. Look at the full art. Love this card. Stunning card. And I don't always do this when they show off the full art. Here they have. As a side note, we know how this works. It's the star of the booster pack. It's on the front. We are going to get a gold version. And although we don't know for certain, come on, obviously it's getting a special illustration rare, which is going to be one of the biggest cards in the set. This Pikachu is awesome. As is Magneton, incidentally. Magneton rocks. But we've got a new A-Spec we need to talk about as well. How about Miraculous Intercom? And with all of my casting, I look at this and I'm like, this is my kind of thing. On the casting, we do wear 2 headphones, not 1, so I'll let you be the decider of that. But what we've got is an item card A-Spec. Choose up to 2 supporter cards from your discard pile, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Or, let's be honest with you, it's just double Versus Seeker. No mucking about here. This is double Versus Seeker. And Versus Seeker was a ridiculous card that saw a ridiculous amount of play. This is double that. Yeah. And look, we've got really good A-Specs around right now. We've got a lot of good specific ones that work in specific decks, and then we've got a bunch of stuff like, for instance, Prime Catcher, which is just a phenomenal card in every single possible deck. So yeah, there's a decision to be made here in terms of exactly how good this is compared to something like Prime Catcher, how many decks are going to choose to play it. That's a conversation we can have. But I'm telling you right now, this is a ridiculous card, which I would be stunned if we never saw it coming into decks. I'm giving this 5 Wassies. I'm just doing it. I think this is a ridiculous card. We know for a fact at this point the Versus Seeker was one of the best cards ever printed. This is double that. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. It's a no-brainer. This card is awesome. Whether it's good enough to see play over Prime Catcher in some decks is an absolutely fair question. But I'm just telling you right off the bat, this is a phenomenal card, and I do expect to see it popping up in a bunch of decks. This is brilliant, because you can get draw supporters, or you can get gusting supporters, but you get 2 of them, 1 for this turn, 1 for next turn. Control decks can use it to loop. It's just brilliant. Adore this card. I'm sure at times I'm going to hate it. And given that we talked about Magneton, we should probably finish off talking about Magnezone very quickly here, because, you know, there is an evolution. And what we've got from Magnezone is 170 HP stage 2, and we got free energy, 80 damage, the defending Pokemon is confused and cannot retreat next turn. It's alright. Confusion and no retreating is nice in terms of annoying your opponent, but free energy 80 on a stage 2 is a lot. And then we got 4 energy, 180, can't use it next turn. It's 4 energy on a stage 2, guys. I'm sorry, no. I'm not giving this a score, it's not a good card. But Magneton is great, and that's the key thing. And we got Pikachu coming in, and this is incredibly exciting. I expect the reveals to be coming for this set thick and fast over the next couple of weeks, and don't worry, I'm going to be here for all of them. That's the thing that I do. For now, I want to know what you think about this set. I want to know what you think about Pikachu. I legit think it's brilliant, but I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.